The 5 core propositions of the National Board are knowledge of content, knowledge of student, assessment, reflection, and collaboration. In order to explain each, I will start with the first one, which is knowledge of content. When you know your content, then you know how to bring the lessons to your students in an engaging and interactive manner. And you should use different strategies in order to address the diverse needs of your students. You cannot just do a sit and get or drill and kill. That you have to do some strategies that are active where students are engaged. And in order for you to know that, then you need to have your second core proposition, which is knowledge of students. When you know your students, then you know how to customize your lesson. How do you get to know your students? You need to get to know them beginning of the year, because the first 2-3 weeks of your school year should be getting to know your students. And also share about yourself, because when the students know about you, then you have that positive relationship where if you have that established, then that will work on your favor, because the kids are gonna want to work for you when they know that you care, because they don't learn to care unless they learn. They don't care to learn unless they learn that you care. So that is so important to do that. The third one will be assessment. And assessment is when you assess before, during, and after your lesson. The beginning of your lesson could be KWL or anticipation chart, or any other ways to know what your kids know before the lesson itself. And in the middle of the lesson, you're checking for understanding. It would be some kind of informal formative assessment. It could be formal, however you want to do it. In my class, it could be as easy as thumbs up if you know, if you understood, thumbs down if you don't, or thumbs sideways if you're still confused. So that could be an assessment that you'll know if they're with you. And then, of course, at the end of your lesson, you're going to have to try to assess, did they get the whole thing? That they're on the same page with you? Common misconceptions for teachers is that you just assess at the end. Well, you don't do that. You need to do it before, during, and after. The fourth core proposition is reflection. And reflection is when you look back and see if the lesson that you have taught, was it effective? Did 80% of your students get it or not? If it's less than 80, then you need to think about reteaching, or maybe